It's such an honour to have a piece in the Parliament. I mean, the Parliament is such an important centre in Scotland itself, and such a national icon. The idea for this piece came when I would wake up listening to the news, and you would hear the names of the battles that were being fought in the Ukraine. And that started me thinking about all the names of battles that have been fought throughout the world and throughout history. And once I started looking up names, I'm afraid there isn't a single part of the world which hasn't been affected in some way or another, and you don't run out of names. I could have gone on around the whole building, I think, rather than just stopping. But it starts off with just a few names at the beginning, and then gradually the figures are overtaken by the names of battles. But I think everybody who comes to see it will find the name of a battle somewhere near them. I felt it was important to make the point that we haven't really learned very much from the history of battles, which don't really solve anything. You know, we're still fighting them. We're still having conflicts all over the world, and in the past and right through to modern times as well. So I think it was important to deal with them right through history and not just focus on modern times. Well, the soldiers are silhouettes because I wanted them to represent the universal soldier. And there's a child in the centre because war doesn't just affect the military, it affects all generations of civilians as well. But also there's a child within every soldier as well. They're people too. So I wanted to make that point by placing a child within one of the soldiers. It took several months to make the piece. I'm a glass engraver. I work with copper wheel mainly, but also with sandblast and flexible drive drill. So it's a combination of all those techniques. The silhouettes were actually cut out with water jet because that's a very exact technique that you can use nowadays and is very effective for the silhouettes themselves. Glass is one of the most wonderful mediums to work in because it can have the character of metal, of stone, of textiles, of wood, but they can't look like glass. And glass has got its own qualities of transparency and reflection. In this case, it's probably very appropriate because it demonstrates the fragility of life in time of war. Actually, glass is a very strong medium, but it's also very fragile in certain circumstances. So perhaps that's a very good theme for this work as well.